standing at.
Oh. Hello, and welcome back to another video. And welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Amelia, and I upload twice a week. I upload on a Thursday, which is like a sit down chatty vlog video, or any other kind of like video I decide to do, and then Sunday is a weekly vlog. So this video will be coming up after my weekly vlog on the Sunday before, which you can see I spoke about. I had a blog post going up all about how to deal with heartbreak and down days, really, and this is what this video is. So basically I am creating a new series on my blog and also kind of on my channel, but I think it's more going to be on my blog, but I felt like also bringing it on my channel, so if any time I have something I really want to just like deeply talk about, I can, and I can call it this. Also, I'm sorry about the lighting. I've had trouble trying to get everything I've sorted out here today. It's very sunny out there, but if I turn my camera around the other way it's very dark, so I had to sit here, and well, the lighting is just not the best, but if I had my blind open you would not be able to see me at all, so I guess we should just be happy that you can see me. But yeah, so I'm just creating this thing called Coffee Chat. So I have my coffee, and I think it's cooled down enough that I can drink it now. I did make it about 10 15 minutes ago, so it should be cooled down. Let me try it. Perfect. And we are going to be here talking about, I'm going to talk about some like maybe advice / tips about how to deal with a down day, how to feel better when you're feeling down, or how to get over it, how to deal with a heartbreak. It all in kind of like things that there's not a how to, it's like how, like tips on how to like get over heartbreak, but it is tips on how to deal with it when you're like, because when you're heartbroken you're feeling really down and in dumps, and I figured why not try and talk about it and maybe help someone out there. So if you haven't seen my blog post, you can always check it out. The link is in the description down below, or should be, but anyway I'm going to talk about it here as well, so either way. But I'm going to give you a little story time before I get into the tips and advice, but it will link in. But so if you want to see tips or advice about how to deal with this, then keep pushing forward and grab a cup of coffee and drink with me, and let's get into the video. Okay, so story time first. Basically, I probably mentioned this, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in my vlog. I met a guy on Tinder back in May, and it was just before, I remember we met after we started talking after my second exam, and then we met just before my last exam, and we went on a date, and then I went home for a week, and then after I went home I got back to Portsmouth for the last 4 weeks of being there, and within that 4 weeks I ended up going on more dates with this guy, seeing this guy, we kissed and we hung out, and unfortunately things didn't work out. He was like, I can't reciprocate those feelings for you, not because of anything to do with you, but because of things. It's like he said he can't reciprocate anytime soon, or maybe not even ever. He's got his own problems, and I understand that, like his own past, but it's like, that's one of the things that really upset me. Is he could have told me this at the beginning of when we started dating, that he might not be able to do like get feelings like I do, because I can catch feelings very quickly when I let my guard down, and I let my guard down to him, and well, I ended up getting really upset, and I wouldn't say it was a proper heartbreak, but it did kind of break my heart at the time, because I had really fallen for him, and that within that I just felt crushed, and I spent about a week and a bit being miserable until Saturday night. I couldn't sleep for the life of me for about 4 hours, and I was ended up crying my eyes out. I was feeling really down, and suddenly something hit me in the head, and I felt better. Like, I actually felt more motivated and more like back to my old self, wanting to be my old self again, and I actually just want to be focusing on my future, like my blog, my YouTube channel, my uni life, like not focus on wanting a guy. But then this is when this idea came to me, that a lot of people have days when they're feeling down, they feel down in the dumps, or they've been heartbroken, or someone's hurt them, or something's happened to them, they're feeling really low, they don't want to do anything, and they just want to like sit there and do nothing because they're feeling miserable. Which is perfectly fine. Like, everyone has these days at some point. Even if people don't advertise, even the person you see most happy out there, with always got a smile on their face, at some point in their life, or at some point they have a down day, and that's something that everyone goes through, and it's not something that can be helped. But I'm only giving tips of what my ways that I've got through these things and how I can pick myself up, and hoping that this can maybe help you out there. Also, that I might quote, I'm not 100% sure if I remember to, something from this book. Basically it's a book about Project Happiness. I bought this from Urban Outfitters last year for about £9, and honestly some of the quotes in there have been very, very helpful. So now we've finished the story time, let's get into the quotes, tips, advice, all that stuff. My first tip would be, and as much as this is something people don't like to do because people don't want to be seen as being weak, is let out a little cry. It's fine to be emotional, it's fine to want to cry, just let it out. I'll 100% be honest with you, as much as you don't want people to see, you don't want people to think you're weak and all that lot, it actually makes you stronger. It doesn't make you don't think you're strong at the time, but then I will 100% tell you this will happen. I'll guarantee you that you will feel not 100% better, but you will feel better once you've released a little cry and you just got yourself over it. Crying is nothing bad about it. It actually just is pretty much your mind telling you you need this out of your system, you need to cry over it, and you do. It's 100% fine, and it will. I personally think every time I've cried over little things, like that time I cried on Saturday night, I felt better because there was something in my mind clicked in my head saying, actually, why are you crying over this? Or just, it's got it out of your system, and then your mind can now focus on something else more important. If you don't let out a little cry, you're just going to bottle it up in your brain, and another day you're going to think about it and it's going to come back again, and you're going to be like, well, why is this happening? Why? So it does help. Don't be afraid to cry. It seriously isn't really something you should be worried about. Don't be afraid of people going to judge you for crying, because if they're going to judge you for crying, then that's their problem, not yours. You're human and you have feelings, and that's what you do. And just remember, just because some people can be strong doesn't mean everyone can be, and you shouldn't have to be strong like everyone else just because they are and they don't let out a cry. Doesn't mean you have to be, oh, I can't be like that because everyone else my age don't cry over these things. Don't compare yourself to others. It's not a point. There's not a point. There's no point in doing that. Another thing that I think has helped me when I feel down, I start to think, now I need to put myself first. It's great when you are like, you're putting your friends and your family first, like trying to put their needs before yours, because that shows you're a caring person. But there comes a time that if you don't put yourself first at some point, you're going to be even more miserable, and you're never going to find a way to make yourself happy. And I think you need to give yourself a day to just give yourself some time to put yourself first. Like, always think to yourself, this might make my friend happy, but will it make me happy? If I do this to make her happy, will I be happy at the end of it? Or is it just going to be something that's going to not make any difference to me? Because you're out of everything, you are the most important person to yourself. You should be the most important person to yourself, and if you're not, then there's something wrong. Like, of course your friends are important, can be the most important people to you. Can't speak today. Great filming a video where you can't speak. Of course your friends and family should also be important to you, and in some ways can be the most important things. My best friends, like my close friends, are the most important things in my world, and I know I wouldn't be where I am without them or my family. But in all honesty, if I can't put myself first and actually do something that's actually going to help me, then what is the point? Like, your purpose in life isn't always to make other people happy. It's to make yourself happy, and if you can't be happy, then don't go and do something because everyone else is saying you should do it, it'll be fun. Because in all honesty, it's your life. You make yourself happy with yourself first. Take care of yourself more as well, because the more you take care of yourself, the more you'll feel better. So, like, health wise or skincare, or just taking a time for yourself. Another one I think is important, and definitely for me really helps me, is when I am kept busy. Always, the thing is, I do not like to sit down, but I can sit down for a while and do nothing if I'm in a happy mood, and it won't affect my mood. But when I'm feeling down, I can't sit down and do nothing. I have to be doing something. And it is honestly true, because when you're doing something and you're keeping busy, your mind is off what is going on in your head. It is off the sad stuff and it's onto something, whatever you're doing at this moment. Yeah, when you finish doing that one thing, maybe you'll sit down for about 5 minute break and you'll remember, and you'll start getting upset again, maybe. The more you keep yourself busy and just keep doing something, your mind will be taken off what's going on, and then hopefully you can clear your mind from that. I love to keep myself busy. Like when I went through that little sad moment with the guy I was seeing on Tinder, I was packing up my room at uni, so I kind of had that to take my mind off it. I had my best friend who used to go to uni also came down, was for a few nights, and while she was here we went out for drinks that night, so it kind of helped me clear my head. But being busy is always the way to do. So on Sunday, after I had that night, I've been crying, although something clicked in my head, I knew on Sunday I had to keep myself busy in order to keep myself going, to keep myself not wanting to like crash and start crying again or be emotional, because I feel like if a day after I've had an emotional night, no matter if I'm like okay, so it's clicked in my head and going, yeah, you need to do this, I'm more motivated, doesn't mean I will be. I will end up still being kind of in that miserable state. But I kept myself busy by having a list of things to do, and I think I have definitely come to this time. Give yourself a goal list of what you want to do in a day and what you want to achieve. If you do that, it will help. Or it's helped me anyway. Another one, and this is actually something really hard to do when you're feeling down, is to focus on the positive things and not the bad things. Of course, when you're feeling down, all you look at is the negatives. You don't look at any side of positivity, because you can't, and I get it. I'm exactly the same. But if you try, and I mean, I got this also from a YouTuber that I was watching on Saturday night when I was crying. If you try to look at the positive things in your life, you will soon flip around and think, actually, I actually have a lot more going on for me than I think I do. I've got a lot more happy things in my life than I think I do, and it's just me overthinking everything in my head. Of course, some of these situations can't be, depending on what's going on, some of it you can't always focus on the positives. But if you're feeling down just because you're having a down day, sometimes thinking of the positives that do help. Also, again, this is going back to heartbreak. If you feel like, if you have that, look at the positive side of things. And this is what I heard on YouTube, everything is positive, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. That bad thing has taught you something. Like when I went through that, as much as it hurt, I look at it this way: I made a friend out of meeting him. A positive thing about it is I've learned not just to trust the guy straight away, so it gives me, I just help trust, like learn things to learn for the future. But I've also learned a lot more about myself by seeing him, of how just to be myself around people. And I also learned that maybe I'm not ready for a relationship. Maybe I'm happy being single and it's not my time to find someone. When it is my time, they will come, they'll turn up. And that's what I learned from this relationship. So I think, and I do agree with that thing, saying everything good and bad is also, it can be positive. It's just the way you look at things. So when you come out of a heartbreak, yeah, okay, it hurts. And the bad things, if you were in a relationship, it could have been a bad breakup. The bad things of that happened, but there was also a good part of it. You had, however long that relationship lasted, you did have some good times within that, and those memories are something you're going to keep forever. And I think no matter how bad the breakup was, and no matter how hard it is to get over the heartbreak, there was always good memories, and try and focus on that. But don't focus on the fact that you want the guy back. Focus on the fact that you had good memories with that guy. No matter what happened, it didn't work out. And always, it's also good because you learn from that and you realise that that relationship just wasn't meant to be, and maybe your Prince Charming will turn up sometime else soon. There's probably other ways I could word that, but it didn't come to my head when I was thinking about it. Another thing I say is give yourself some me time. It is great hanging out with friends when you're feeling down, because it can take your mind off it, great. But honestly, you're not doing yourself any good if you just don't take time for yourself. There's actually something in here, I think it's, yeah, in this book it says, take more time for yourself. I will just read the paragraph. Just, you know, we can try too hard to attain happiness, thinking it is achieved by being active all the time, and so we can neglect self-care. Take the time to indulge in some well-deserved me time, run a candlelit bubble bath, or sit down in a quiet room and read the pages of a new novel. Do whatever it is that makes you happy. Now, for me personally, I found that I will go out with friends because I don't want to not be sociable. I don't want to be the one stuck in a room all day. But really, sometimes when I'm feeling down, I need to be just in my room, on my own, and just relax, watch Netflix, read a book. It is something, taking some time just for yourself really does help you become yourself, feel your speed, and become happy, because you're just like taking yourself to reflect on the things that have happened, move on from it, and just just reflect and be happy. You can learn to be happy from that. This is what I was trying to say. That sit down, read a book, find a book you like, find a book of positivity maybe, and read it. It will help cheer you up. It will also help you, or it'll just help you like find time for yourself, really. And that's really what I'm trying to say, is find time for yourself. There's better ways I could have said this, I know. I'm very sorry, words are not forming in my brain right now and I don't understand why. But take some time for yourself and focus on yourself. I'm sorry if you can hear my mum shouting. She is shouting next to my door and it put me off there. Take some time for yourself, focus on what makes you happy and not what makes others happy, because if you focus on what makes others happy, who are you making happy there? Your friends or yourself? I know sometimes if you make your friends happy, it can make you happy, but for how long? Another thing I'll say is, if you're feeling down, get a pair of headphones, sort a playlist out, go for a long walk. It might sound crazy, but you can find relaxation anywhere as long as you put your mind to it. In Portsmouth, when I was living in Portsmouth at uni, I could just take a walk to the beach. I never went to the beach on my own, don't know why, I just didn't. And it probably would have helped me a lot more while I was down there, but I did go down there with friends and it was very relaxing. I definitely say, and here I have like a little park, like in the common. It's called Ray Common near where I live, but it's the common. I call it the common, and I like to go for walks there and just take a walk, sit down there, and just reflect on things, and then continue walking and walk back home. Just go for a long walk with headphones, with music in your ears. Relax, maybe prefer whatever music makes you happy. I say relaxing music, but whatever music makes you happy, go for it. Like sometimes I'll listen to Broadway music just because it makes me happy, and it really does clear your head. The fresh air, honestly, there's nothing worse than being cooped up in your own house all day doing nothing. When you're feeling down, go for a walk, clear your head. It will really, really help. Another one I can say is take a break and slow down. Sometimes, and I think for a lot of people, they think they need to be doing stuff all the time. Yeah, great. You need to be, and like, for example, if you have a job, like either a full-time job or a part-time job, sometimes you can overwork yourself and be doing too much within the job that you will forget to actually just slow down and take a break and just like close yourself off from that and have a bit of fun. And sometimes this is kind of compared to work, because I also used to have a job and I know what it's like when you work so long that you kind of forget what it's like to go out there and have a social life, have fun, and just be happy. And it really can ruin your mood. And I think it's the same thing for school and like college and uni, is you get given a lot of work, and within that work you're doing a lot of work, and for the uni student you get given loads of deadlines that you push yourself to do work so hard that you don't take breaks, and then you just keep going, and then you realise a day will come and you'll sit there and be like, you have a really down day and you can't do much about it because you're still doing work, and then you don't really focus on really what your brain is telling you to do. Your brain is trying to say, I'm tired, I need a break. If you keep pushing me, I'm going to push back. I'm going to make you have a really down day instead of actually motivated to do something. And that's, as crazy as it sounds, that happens. Your brain is really what makes you do things. And it's horrible. I know. So maybe just like give yourself a day off. Say if you're a student and you've got loads of work, find a day of the week, maybe Saturday or Sunday, take that day off, recharge your batteries, chill, have fun, go like do something with your friends, do something that doesn't revolve around work. No matter how many deadlines you've got, give yourself a break. It's just what's needed. So, and if you work, try and get holidays so you can have a couple of days off. And the last thing I think is really important is just to pamper yourself. I guess for a girl especially, like you can have a bath, nice bath with a bath bomb, do proper skincare routine, and just relax, put her hand and just chill. And I think under a face mask, I think as bad as like as much as sometimes doing a pamper evening sounds like a long thing, it can be really helpful and it just really just soothes you. So yeah, that is my kind of tips of how to deal with, like, how to feel better on a day when you're feeling down. I really do hope it helped. I'm sorry for all the rambling and the things that do not make sense in this video. I'm actually putting this up really pretty much unedited. I'm not going to cut anything out. I'm just going to put it up there. And I am sorry for the mistakes and the things that don't make sense. I'm sorry. I know this video could have been 10 times better, but I wanted to get it done, and I'm happy to put it up. So yeah, and I'm also sorry if you heard any talking in the background, because I'm back home. You will hear my parents talk. You might hear my parents talk, unfortunately. But anyway, that is the end of this video. If you did enjoy, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave some comments down below again, maybe some of your tips on how to feel better on a down day. And also I would love it if you joined our little family and subscribed and hit that notification bell next to it, so you're notified whenever I upload a video. And I will see you again soon with another video. Bye.